What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. You are here on Outdoors with Creed. Real quick, I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough of the boat that I've been fishing out of and I've been working on. This boat's very special to me, mainly because it was my dad bought this boat back when I was in elementary, man. So he's had it for a long time, and over the years he's let it sit. It got broken down, and a few years ago I decided that I was going to fix it up and start fishing out of it. So it's kind of what I've been doing for the past few years. And as I've mentioned in other videos, my middle daughter has been fishing in school tournaments, and this is the boat that we're going to be fishing out of. So I thought I'd just kind of do a little walkthrough and show you guys the boat. As soon as I get it uncovered, because we had some rain come through last night, so I've got the cover on here. So I'm gonna hop over here and get this thing uncovered, and then we're gonna do a quick walkthrough on it. So hang on. Alright, so to get this thing started, I'm gonna start up here at the front, work my way back. Right here, I have a Minn Kota Edge on here, trolling motor, 55-pound thrust, 12 volt. This trolling motor was actually one of my uncles gave it to me. He wasn't using it anymore, so had a motor guide on here. Didn't have any problems with the motor guide, but I don't know, my uncle said that he thought that I could use it, so I put it on here. So appreciate that, Unc. I did add the TH Marine G-Force trolling motor rope. I had this one like this on the motor guide, and it worked great. Whenever I first got this thing back out on the water, and you know, I seen several other videos where the guys were talking about how they go to pick up the trolling motor and deploy, and the rope breaks and kind of ruins your day. So I figured, you know, hey, that looks like a good idea. And yes, one of the days I was out here working on the boat, I go to put the trolling motor down just to check a few things, and the rope broke on me. So I went out, got me one of these. I have not had any problems with it. Very easy to install. Very easy to install. My suggestion, whenever you cut, if you have one of the ropes, when you cut it, don't take it off completely. Use that as a snake or as a guide to guide this wire, which this is a wire. Don't know how well you can see that, but it is a wire with a plastic coating, so it'll protect it, no problems. And once you get it set up, I mean, you won't have to take it off there again. But that's something. This is something that was added also. It's the Easy Troll tray. Easy Troll has a variety of products, anything from the side step for your trailers, recessed trolling motor trays. They've got just a lot of stuff. And of course, this is an older model. Sorry, let me back up for a second. It is I believe this is like a 1988 model bass tracker, as you can see right there. Tournament edition, 1800 TF. I believe it's about 17.5 foot bow to stern, and but of course it's one of the older models, so it didn't have the recessed trolling motor foot tray. So I ordered this off of Amazon, I believe, and when it came in, I had it added. Give me a second, I'm gonna jump up into the boat real quick. Please excuse the mess. Like I said, we've had a storm come through, some wind and stuff like that, but there we go. Pretty sure this is a better shot for you guys. Now, as you can see, sorry about the camera. As you see the recessed trolling motor tray and the awesome carpet. After my dad let this thing sit for many years, the carpet was just very bad on it. I climbed up in this thing one day getting ready to use a leaf blower to blow all the leaves off, and the carpet came up with it. So about last year or not this past summer, but the summer before, this whole deck was just bare. There was no carpet there. No carpet here in the middle. Again, excuse the leaves. Yes, that is a piñata from one of my daughter's birthday. I plan on keeping that thing. Hunting season coming up, people. I mean, come on. Target practice. Anyways, so yeah, we held on to that thing. But the carpet, this middle deck area, no carpet. And the back deck, no carpet. My uncle, same one that gave me the trolling motor, told me about a guy who lives in England, Arkansas. I will leave his name and information in the description box. I will try to leave a link to his website or his email, but he does great work. He's the one who redid my carpet for me. He also added the recessed trolling motor tray. I know you can't tell it now, but he also had wet sanded and buffed it. This thing was shining. Like when I dropped it off, I actually have a few pictures what it looked like before he worked on it. I'll actually throw those pictures on this video so you can see what it looked like before and after. The seats in this middle tray here, I ordered these off of bassboatseats.com. bassboatseats.com. I'll leave a link in the description box below for that as well. The guy who redid my carpet, his name is, I'm drawing a blank. His first name is Curtis, but that's one of his full-time jobs, is basically boat restorations. And he told me that he recommends bassboatseats.com to anybody who's looking to put in new seats in their boat. You can, when you take your boat to him, if you order the seats, you can have the order sent to his house. So then when the seats get there, he is very good about keeping you updated. He will call you or text you to let you know that your seats come in and that he's adding them to your boat. He will call or text you to let you know he's starting to work on it. He'll send you update photos. Very good guy, and I really appreciate his work he did. I was overjoyed when I got the boat back. Obviously, I've neglected washing it. I need to get on top of that to wash it up and make it look better. If you do, I'm gonna have to get him to redo my carpet, because as you can see, one live well, two live wells. I added these different handles because the other ones were kind of hard to get open, and my daughter couldn't get the live wells open. Like I said, where she fishes high school tournaments, and as you can see from where I cut my holes, there's still a hole left on there, and I'm gonna have to take it back and get him to recarpet those so that way those holes will be covered up. But one of the things that I added to the boat, oh, actually a few things. I'm sorry, my boat is a mess. Like I said, I was in a rush because last night it started storming on us. Sixgill Fishing. I have been sponsored by them for, this is year number 2. I'm one of their lower level sponsored fishermen. In fact, if it wasn't for these guys right here, if it wasn't for Sixgill Fishing, these videos will probably just be for fun. But I am trying to make this channel something big for me and my family. And Sixgill Fishing, you know, I was very curious about it. I bought some of their reels, some of their rods, and then I was curious about sponsorship. I did their application. They emailed me the contract and said, sign this, scan it, send it back to us. Done deal. I just got to make sure I fulfill my obligation. So thank you, Sixgill Fishing. They are based out of Texas. As always, I will leave a link in the description box for them. But this graphic actually comes from this place right here, Z Decals. They've already got most of your commonly known fishing brands, carpet decals, and vinyl stickers that you can order to add to your boats. So I've got my official sponsor on my boat now. Z decals, you know, they're great. Whenever I placed the order for mine, I thought I had the wrong size, so I called them up real quick and had them to cancel that order and redid one to get the right size. So very happy with that, because like I said, anytime you get to display your sponsorship on your boat, for the longest all I had was just that one sticker there, but now this is going to be upside down. I have that sticker there, Sixgill anglers. I've got 2 of those, port and starboard side, but then this carpet graphic right here is just, that's the one for me. Moving on back here, again, just the carpet. Now these, I'm going to show you some things that I just added in the last few days that I'm really excited about. Now I'm going to warn you, this looks better at night, but check those out. Got 2 up front, port and starboard, and then I've got 2 in the back, port and starboard. At nighttime, the deck of this boat is lit up, plus I have this little one right down there. I went and picked that guy up at Academy Sports. I'll leave a link in the description box for that one as well. But yeah, I'm excited about those just because I'm trying to take this old boat and give it some new life. One of the biggest things that I'm most excited about is this beast back here on the back. Oh, sorry about the camera jump. I believe this is an late 80s to early 90s model Mercury Black Max XR4. It is a 150 horsepower. My dad added this on. It came with 115 and he felt that just wasn't enough horsepower for him. So he put this thing on here. There were a few times he got it up to top speed and realized that it was a little too much power, but by that time it's too late. Now what can you do? But this thing here gave me some fits, had some issues, could not figure out what was wrong with it, but luckily here in Benton or in the Saline County area, we have Randy from Brooks Marina. I took it to him. He got me straightened out. I'll leave a link in the description box below for him as well. He's a good guy, does some great work. Like I said, I call him up a lot of times to ask him questions about stuff. They'll even give you cell phone numbers if you want to take pictures of something and text it to them, so that way they can see what you're talking about before you have to bring your boat all the way into them, because it could be something that you could go buy and fix at the house without having to hook up your boat, drag it off to the shop. But a couple other things that I've added. You can look down there underneath that steering wheel. See that little actuator lever right there. I have 2 of those. Those activate my live wells. They don't really activate it. They turn the doors inside my live well pumps. Ordered those from Flow Right. Added those to my live well, so now my live well has recirculation. So once I've got my live wells filled with water, then I don't have to, you know, kind of keep an eye on it and then pump more water in. I can just recirculate the water that I already have in the live wells. And now the live wells will, you know, lose some water, but that's okay. You just flip it back over to fill. It rotates the doors inside the pump, so now it's pumping water in out of the lake back into your live wells to fill it up. And then you can just flip it back over to recirculate, and it shuts off that door again to keep water from coming from inside the lake into the live wells, but it also blocks the water from running out. And then, like I said, it just keeps recirculating your water. But that's pretty much it. It's pretty much my boat as of right now. So thank you for doing the walkthrough with me. I'm losing you guys. Trying to do this with my hand. I just realized that my my handheld camera mount is messed up, so I'm gonna have to try to fix that thing. So I'm trying to hold this and make sure I'm getting myself in the picture here. But thanks for doing the walkthrough with my boat. I know it ain't much, but like I said, this was my dad's boat. He passed away a few years ago. A lot of great memories in this boat with me and my dad, so that's why I couldn't let it go, and I was just determined to get this thing fixed and fish out of it, because I you know, before we had the phones with cameras and all of that stuff, all I've got is the memories in my head. So I'm trying to hold on to those memories as long as I can, and the best way I knew how to do that was to start fishing out of this thing again. So that's why I've spent the time to fix it. I would say, if you have the means to buy you a new boat, do that. Even if you're fishing tournaments, okay? Even if you're fishing tournaments, you do not have to go out and try and go buy you a big Triton or Nitro or Phoenix or Skeeter. If that's not in your budget, if that's not in your means, each one of those companies, they do have a great line of aluminum boats that you can fish out of. But for me, yes, this is a fiberglass boat, but it was my dad's boat, and it means a lot to me, and that's why I couldn't let it go. So I just had to get it fixed up. And thank you for checking out the boat with me. I am sorry that I haven't been able to put any of the tournament footage on here. So far, we've had 2 tournaments. The first tournament was at Lake Hamilton, and that's when I realized I had all kind of problems. Trolling motor batteries were dead. I had a fuel pump problem with my motor, and I just got that fixed, so we missed that tournament completely. We got to the ramp, got the boat in the water, and nothing, you couldn't get the boat to crank, and I couldn't get the trolling motor to work, so we didn't get to fish that tournament. And this past weekend, this past Saturday, we had a tournament at Lake Maumelle, which we missed that one as well. But by the grace of God, I have gotten the motor situation straightened out, got new batteries in there for the trolling motor, so we're good to go. The next tournament will be on Lake Darnell in Russellville, and I'm hoping to get some good footage out of there. Hopefully my daughter and my nephew Simeon will get some fish in the boat. You know, she thinks that she's going to set the hook on a big 14-pounder or whatever. I will be happy if they just get a keeper fish in the boat and they actually get to weigh in something. So again, thank you for walking around checking out the boat with me. I've got a few more things that I'm about to jump in here and do, and then I gotta head into the house and help out with some homework. But again, thank you. If you like this video, hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel, share this video, and like I said, hopefully one day be able to take somebody out fishing, because it's fun.